Hello, everyone. In this week's discussion, um, the three competence that I want to talk about is going to be the first one, counselors having awareness of the client's cultural values and biases. Um, in my opinion, I think this is very productive because uh, we can utilize bracketing, um, having clients feel understood about their influences and not be judged by the therapist or even force the client based on the beliefs of the counselor. Um, so basically, if you as a counselor has a belief about something, you shouldn't enforce it towards your client. Um, and counselors obviously want to provide a safety towards the clients to where it is a non-judgment free zone, right? This would be something that I would replicate in my own office when I start sessions, because it is important to learn how to bracket between yourself and the client. As stated in the ACA Code of Ethics in B1A, counselors maintain awareness and sensitivity regarding cultural meanings of confidentiality and privacy. Counselors respect differing views towards disclosure of information. Counselors hold ongoing discussions with clients as how and when and whom the information is shared with. For example, as stated in John 4, verses 1 through 42, um, the story of the Samaritan woman at the wall. As we all know, Jesus is a Jewish man that came across multiple cultural boundaries by not talking to the Samaritan woman. Jesus heard the woman's story rather than ignoring her or avoiding her, and tried to build a relationship of trust, respectfully, right? So being aware um, of the cultural meanings within the Samaritan women. The second thing would be acknowledging the client, right? As a counselor, we want to acknowledge where the client's values come from, where their belief system is. We want to listen to our clients, whether if it's verbally or non-verbally, by giving our attention to them, our undivided attention, and be respectful about their backgrounds and identities by also validating what they're feeling. As the story of Jesus with Mary and Martha after Lazar's death in John chapter 11, verses 17 through 35, where we can see that Martha needed some clarity of what had happened in regards to Lazar's death, and Mary needed some empathy towards the loss, right? But Jesus here tried to accommodate both of them according to their emotional worldviews. Um, and as counselors, would want to respond um, to our clients in a way where they're being heard, right? There's some sort of empathy being shown towards the client, um, especially after suffering a loss. The third thing would be counselors being appropriate and adaptable to their clients. So, counselors are aware of using strategies that can contribute towards their clients' beliefs and values rather than just brushing it off. As stated in John 8, um, verses 1 through 11, the women caught in adultery. Um, Jesus was humble and he protected the woman, and gave her correction in regards to her sin. Still respected her as a human being, right? And as counselors, we would want to develop some sort of compassion towards our clients and recognize that there could be some shame or some guilt that the client can be feeling in that moment, right? Um, and not just that, but adapting, right, towards our clients and anything that they may need, in forms of them being resilient, right? Making an effort to show up for our clients, especially when it comes to vulnerable topics such as here in this story of a woman being caught in adultery, right? Diversity is unique and it should be embraced. And it does allow to build appropriate therapeutic approaches with our clients. Um, so I do think that Jesus, the examples that were given here, do influence our thoughts about multicultural competence counselors, just because it's important for us to have a view of what differences and what type of individuals we will be working with in regards to this field.